And utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Joe Fortson, 64 yards. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go, he's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs.
Touchdown! Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he brings man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. They'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. These two teams all tied after 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Check that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Three tight ends in that formation, that's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Mahomes going to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tua to try again on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capture the field goal.
As a friend of mine used to say, they've been moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Mahomes now on first down. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 31 yards. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll work from the 29 on second and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on third and 2. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
On first down, Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Mahomes. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
On the ready?
Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From midfield, here's Tua. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for... The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's got room. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Mahomes will try again on second down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go now. Ultra. Go ultra.
Wilson with a first down carry.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Houston, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Personnel.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to make it a 2-score game. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, now looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time, So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, confused.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And some room to run now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, 48 yards.
And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.